she might just come to the food over here, which is what she's doing. So I'm just going to approach, see what she's going to do. Good girl. Good girl. There we go. Oh, she's so soft. Who's a good girl? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lunge this horse, and I'm going to explain how I lunge. So she's all saddled and ready to go. She's a lovely girl. She's a bit tense this morning. We were away for the weekend on a trip with clients, so we couldn't. I couldn't do any work with her over the weekend. So she's had 3 days off, and she's young, so it's going to take some work to get her back to where I want her. She's a bit out of practice, so I prefer to work her every day. So she's already following me. So anyone who thinks that this horse is scared of this whip, you are very mistaken. This whip is a form of communication for us. So I'm going to ask her to go, stop, and I'm going to show her which gate to go with the whip. So that's the walk, and I'm going to keep the pressure slightly from behind and onto the shoulder. The saddle isn't very tight yet. I haven't tightened it. It still needs to be tightened a bit, but I'd like to warm the horse up a bit first. Do a few laps. So that's one. I'm going to do 3 laps, and then I'm going to stop her, and then I'm going to just adjust the saddle, and then I'm going to do 3 laps the other way and check the saddle again. But it should be fine after the first adjustment. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping my body behind her, because if I put my body in front of her, she'll turn around, and I want her going in this direction first. And the whip is just showing her which gate. So I'm pointing it at her front feet, which is my sign for telling her I want her to walk. When I lift it and I point it over her shoulder or at her shoulder, I want to trot, but not right now. So we're just walking. So I'm going to ask her to stop. Whoa, that was a good reaction. So a horse that's afraid of a whip will not walk in at me like this. It's not entirely what I like, but she's letting me touch her. She's letting me do everything. The whip can touch her. Oh, it's okay, girl. It's okay. I know it's new still again. Hey, it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. I'll never hit this horse. So I'm going to ask her just to stay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, it's okay, girl. I need to adjust the saddle, girl. I don't want to touch you with it. Just need to get the saddle forward again. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. I'm just going to lightly hold it in place while I'm just adjusting the saddle. There we go. So it's still not tight. Still a lot of play in that. Just want to check it on the other side. Still very loose. Make sure the saddle pad's underneath the saddle everywhere. There we go. See if we can do one more hole. There we go. Oh, good girl. That'll be fine for now. I'm going to ask her, good girl. Ask her to step the other way. Go. Stop. And get in behind her so she's heading in the right direction. Not a lot of pressure. Pointing the whip at her feet, front feet, and she's going. So that's 1 lap. We'll go for 3, and then we'll turn her around, and I'll show you what I mean by if I put my body in front of her, then the pressure is more in front, and she'll turn around. So, just as in with the Monty Roberts methods, what we are looking for with a new horse is you see that inside ear is pinned on me, she's listening to me, focused on me. She'll drop her head and ask to come in when she's ready to join up, but she joins up very easily. She already has. So there, she wanted to turn around. I'm just going to raise my arm and point for her so she can see. Still want her going forward. And that's 3, so I'll turn, draai, turn around, see me walking out in front of her, makes her turn around, and the voice commands and the arm showing her which way I want her to go is all part of establishing the communication. So still pointing at her feet. We're going to do 1 lap and then I'm going to ask her for a trot. Draf, straight into it, all relaxed. She's still going. So I'm not too stressed if she doesn't want to stay on the sand. Eventually that'll come right. So that look in, she's starting to ask me, oh please can I come in? I don't really want to work this hard, but we've just started. There's a 3rd lap and stop. And she's into a walk. Good. So it's all about controlling speed and direction and getting those feet moving when we want it to. And draai, I'm going to turn her around. Draai. Good girl. I'm going to stay in the walk and then I'll ask her to trot off in a bit. We'll do 1 lap and then we'll trot again. Just a 3-lap trot, and then we'll ask her for the walk again. Just warming her up, getting the body moving, getting her remembering everything that we taught her so she stays on point. Draf. Draf, draf. So there, she's not really into it yet. Still warming up, so I'm going to just keep a bit more pressure. And I'll ask for the stop. And then I'll ask her to come in. Whoa. And comes in all the way. Good girl. This is a perfect sign of a horse that's trusting and comforted. So I'm going to touch the whip there. There is not such a big reaction again. She's starting to remember. She's still new to all of this. So it's understandable if she hasn't been worked in a few days that things are a bit rusty. Good girl. There we go. Nice and calm and relaxed. We'll give her a bit of a break. We'll take a walk and she follows. So the join up is sorted. It's been made. She'll follow me around now. So I don't mind the cutting corners for now. Draai. Draai. There, she wants to come in, and I get it. But now we're going to go for the canter. So 1 lap, draf. Yeah, 2, 3, up. Up. Come. Now she's a bit fast on it. I need it nice and relaxed. Okay, we'll take that break. Yeah, and 2, 3, up. Go. I just need to put a bit more body pressure. Keep her going. And I'll accept that. That was a much better canter than before. Up. Rough. very bouncy. But I feel she's going to be a great jumper one day, if anyone decides that. And we're going to slow it down again. Stop. Dry. Steady. There's no reason to freak out. She did. Oh, I'm not happy with how the reins are sitting right now. I'm going to let her come in and thank her. I'm just going to fix those reins. There we go, so they're nice and even and not pulling on a side for her. Good girl. Stop. So if she's not paying attention to the whip, then I'll just swing around the string on the whip so that she can see it again and get her focused on what we're doing. So now I'm going to ask her draf into the trot again. And then going for the canter. 1, 2, 3, up! She's a bit fast. Need her just to relax. There we go. Draf. We'll take that break. 1, 2, 3, up! Up! Come! Okay, we'll wait for it. Up! Draf. I'm going to bring her back down. Stop. Steady. I want it to calm right down. Dry. Steady. So she's still learning. The cues are still coming. Right. That's a better. You see how nice and low the head is going? Ear is still pinned. So I need her to relax the walk, even if it's super slow. Up! Come, up! I'm just going to put more pressure until she goes. There we go. Draf. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Up. Just reminding her of where the whip is and what I've asked. Draf. Good girl. Stop. There we go. Back down to the walks. Much better. How low the head goes. Dry. Draf. Up. Lift it off. Steady, stop. Whoa. It's okay, my girl. It's okay. Go. Go. Okay, so every time when I get her up, I need to be able to come back down again from those high energy levels to make it safe.